Good morning, children. Today we will learn about history, our past too. This book in 7th class deals you about the medieval ages. The history is divided into three parts: ancient period, medieval period, and modern period. In India, medieval period started from 8th century to 18th century AD. But in Europe, the medieval period age began just in 5th century itself. Let's get into the lesson. Tracking changes through 1,000 years. See here are the two maps, map 1 and map 2. Map 1 is prepared by an Arab geographer Al-Idrishi in the year 1154 CE. CE means Common Era. And the map 2 is prepared by a French cartographer in the year 720s itself. See, who is a cartographer? A person who makes maps is called as cartographer. There is lot of difference between the map prepared by Al-Idrishi and French cartographer. In Al-Idrishi's map, the north is shown at the bottom and south is shown at the top. So, our India's north part is at the bottom and Sri Lanka is at the top here. And see this map 1, all the letters, the written part is in Arabic language. Coming to map 2, here we can see this map is just similar to our present day's India map. But see here, the word Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh, it is spelled somewhat like this Kanauj. That is, the spelling is different. This map is prepared some 600 years, that is after Al-Idrishi's map. This map gave much information about the subcontinents, and these maps were particularly used by European sailors and merchants on their voyages. Voyages means sea journey. New terms and old terminologies. Let us see here. The word India is called as Hindustan in olden days. According to people in 13th century, Minhaji Siraj, he is a chronicler who wrote in Persian language. According to him, Hindustan means Punjab region and Haryana region along with the land between Ganga and Yamuna rivers regions. And according to his political sense, the land which is in Delhi Sultanate part is also called as Hindustan. By coming to the 16th century, Babar used Hindustan to describe geographical features, fauna and cultural inhabitants of these subcontinents. That is nothing but the people living in these subcontinents. When coming to 14th century, there is a poet called as Amir Khusru. He used the word Hindu. While the idea of geographical and cultural entity like India did exist, the term Hindustan did not carry any political and natural, that is national meaning which we use associatedly today. In medieval period, we used the word foreigner. Generally, today what we used the word foreigner for? The people who come from different country to one country, that is from outside the country to our country, we call him as a foreigner. But in olden days, that is in medieval period, if a person moves from one village to another village or from town to village or village to town, is also called as foreigner. In Hindi, the term Pardesi might be used to describe such a person, and in Persian, Ajnabi is the word to describe foreigner. Historians and their sources. How can we study the history? Let us see here. We can study the history with the help of coins, inscriptions, architectures, and textual records for information. Where can we find all these olden days coins, inscriptions, everything, these are all preserved in archives. During this medieval period, slowly the textual records increased. They slowly displaced other types of available informations. The paper has been invented and it became very cheaper and widely available to all people. So, what did people do? They started writing their holy books and chronicles of the rulers, that is the life histories, their achievements of the rulers, letters, teachings of saints, okay, everything, even the accounts and taxes were also recorded in those papers. How are they recorded? They are recorded in manuscripts. What is manuscript? Script written by hand is called as manuscripts. These manuscripts were collected by wealthy people, rulers, monasteries, means religious schools and temples. And all these books were placed in a library, and this library is called as archives. These manuscripts and documents provide us a lot of detailed information about historians, but they are also very difficult to use. There is no printing press at that time, so people used to copy with the help of hand itself. When they are copying, they were sometimes not able to understand the writing of the person who has earlyly written it. So what they used to do, they used to just guess that word and make a similar word of the same meaning and use it to make a little change in the book which was written by them. These small differences grew over centuries and copying until manuscript of the same text became sustainably different. It became very difficult to sometimes author used to revise the old chronicles and used to rectify the errors in the newer version books. See here, in 14th century chronicle, there is a person called as Ziauddin Barani. He wrote a chronicle in the year first in the year 1356, and later after 2 years he wrote the second version of the same book. The second version of the book was number of times rectified, but others doesn't know about the first chronicle that was written in the year 1356 until 1960s. So it remained lost in large libraries somewhere, they did not find it.